What if you woke up tomorrow and your body had more energy, strength, and life than it has in years? Does it sound too wonderful to be true? It might not be, though. We're going to talk about a breakthrough diet that doctors are startled to learn can help seniors over 70 develop muscle without costing a lot of money. But first, make sure you press the subscribe button right now before we get into this great health breakthrough. By subscribing, you'll become part of a group that wants to help you improve your health, vitality, and overall well-being. You'll get expert-backed advice that is specifically for seniors like you. So, if you're ready to get your strength back, stay watching. Let's get started. The secret risk of sarcopenia and what you should do right now. A lot of older people may not know what sarcopenia is, yet it could be the reason for a lot of the physical problems you have every day. Sarcopenia is the loss of muscular mass and strength that happens with age. It can start as early as 30, but it gets more serious in persons over 60. Recent studies show that if we don't actively fight to keep our muscle mass, we could lose up to 50% of it by the time we're in our 70s. This big loss of muscular tissue doesn't just make you seem weaker or feel fatigued. It also makes it harder to do simple things like climb stairs, lift a bag of groceries, or simply get up from a chair. But the scariest aspect is that sarcopenia doesn't happen all at once. The process happens slowly, and it's often so small that people don't realize it until it's too late. You might not even know that the aches and pains you're feeling are because you're losing muscle. A lot of older people think that their loss of strength and vitality is just a normal part of becoming older. But sarcopenia is a silent thief that takes away your freedom. What scares me? Once it starts, it can lead to a number of additional health problems, such as weakness, osteoporosis, and a higher chance of falling. Take a moment to think about it. Imagine waking up tomorrow and having a tougher time than ever getting around. You might be having trouble getting out of bed or feeling out of breath after a short walk. You could think it's just getting older, but what if the reason you're tired and weak is something you might have avoided? The most important thing is to know how muscles lose strength and how to stop it before it's too late. Recent research from the Mayo Clinic shows that older people with sarcopenia are twice as likely to fall and 1.5 times as likely to end up in the hospital following a fall. Losing muscle can have long-term repercussions that go beyond just being weak. If you don't pay attention to this, you could get hurt again, take longer to heal, and have a worse quality of life. But the good news is that you can do something about it. We're not talking about costly vitamins or hard-to-follow training routines. This is something that is easy to do, doesn't cost much, and is backed by science. So what makes this cuisine so strong? One of the cheapest and best foods for rebuilding muscle is the answer, and you probably already have it in your cupboard. But before we tell you the secret, let's look at the science behind it that illustrates how bad sarcopenia may be. This is your body alerting you it needs help, and doing something about it now could keep things from being a lot worse later. The science of seniors losing muscle. Let's take a moment to learn about the science behind why we lose muscle as we get older. It's not simply that you feel weaker. It's a biological process that starts sooner than most people think and speeds up with each decade that goes by. As we become older, the body goes through a number of biological changes that affect how much muscle we have and how well it works. Some of these changes are that the body makes less of some hormones, has a harder time making protein, and the balance between developing and breaking down muscle changes. A decrease in growth hormone and testosterone, both of which are important for keeping muscle mass, is one of the main causes of muscle loss. These hormones are at their highest levels when we're young, but they naturally drop as we become older. This means that your body doesn't make as many of the building blocks it needs to fix and grow new muscle. The muscles have a hard time rebuilding themselves after being used without these important hormones, which causes them to slowly lose strength over time. As you become older, your body also makes less protein, which is how it produces new muscle tissue from the nutrients you eat. This means that your body doesn't break down protein as well as it used to, even if you're eating it. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that older folks need up to 50% more protein than younger people to keep the same amount of muscle. Picture this. You just went for a walk or did some mild exercise. Younger people can replace muscle fibers and heal rapidly, but as you become older, your body will have a tougher time doing this, which could leave you with weaker muscles and more stiffness the next day. Over time, this causes a clear drop in muscular strength and function. This is why many older people feel weaker, more tired, or unable to do things that used to be easy for them. But the injury doesn't just happen to the muscles. Research shows that the amount of muscle you have is intimately linked to your metabolism and wellness in general. Muscle tissue uses more energy than fat tissue. Therefore, the more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns when you are at rest. This is why sarcopenia can cause weight gain. It slows down your metabolism, which makes it harder for your body to burn fat. This pattern of losing muscle and slowing down your metabolism makes you store more fat, especially in your stomach, which raises your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and other long-term health problems. A 2021, study from Harvard Medical School found that seniors with less muscle mass are 28% more likely to get chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and heart disease since their metabolism has slowed down so much. And this isn't just about how it looks. Losing muscle mass can make you more likely to get sick and shorten your life by a lot. There is little doubt that muscle and overall health are linked. If you don't do something to stop muscle loss, you may be putting yourself at risk for more significant health problems in the future. This is a natural aspect of becoming older, but it's not something that has to happen. The good news is that you can fight back against the consequences of sarcopenia and regain lost muscle. The most important thing is to give your muscles the food and support they need to heal and grow back. And while exercise is very important, what you eat is also very important for slowing down or even stopping muscle loss. Next, we'll look at one of the easiest, cheapest, and most effective ways to stop this from happening. You may start now without spending a lot of money on pills or hard workouts. So keep an eye out, because this could be the game changer you've been hoping for. What is this $1 food that stops muscle loss? Here's the big news. The meal we're talking about is egg whites. Yes, this cheap and simple cuisine is great for rebuilding muscle mass. Egg whites are a great source of protein and contain all 9 essential amino acids. Leucine is one of these amino acids, and it is very important for building muscle protein. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 indicated that older adults can grow muscular mass and strength by using leucine supplements. You can also get this strong vitamin for less than $1 a day. Think about this. One egg white offers roughly 3 grams of pure protein. Adding 2 to 3 egg whites to your regular diet can assist your muscles repair and build. This modest, easy alteration could have a big effect on how much energy you have and how well you can move. Egg whites not only help you grow muscle, but they can also make your bones stronger. This is even more astonishing. Studies show that the protein in egg whites can make bones denser, which is important for keeping them from breaking as we get older. But that's not everything. We'll talk more about why egg whites should be your main food if you want to walk like you're in your 40s again in the next section. How to get the most out of eating egg whites. You might be asking yourself, how can I use egg whites to reverse sarcopenia? The good news is that it's not as hard as you think. There are many simple methods to include egg whites to your diet, so you don't need to go for hard-to-find items or difficult recipes. Add some egg whites to your morning routine to get started. For a quick protein-rich breakfast, scramble them with some veggies. Or, if you want a smoothie, mix egg whites with your favorite fruits and a handful of spinach to make a drink that will help your muscles grow. The best news is that you may add egg whites to your diet without having to make any big changes to what you eat. Egg whites can be used in almost any type of diet, whether you're trying to lose weight, eat heart-healthy, or cut back on carbs. And don't worry about the cholesterol. Most of it is in the yolk. The egg whites are pure protein with no fat. It is also necessary to mix egg whites with other nutrients that help muscles, including omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon or chia seeds, and vitamin D, which is very important for muscular strength and function. It's like a whole kit for strengthening your muscles that helps you get back the strength and mobility you had when you were younger. The long-term benefits of staying strong and active adding egg whites to your diet is only one half of the puzzle. Building a lifestyle that is good for your muscles and your health in general is just as vital. First, try to have a balanced schedule of strength training exercises. Studies show that seniors who do resistance training on a regular basis, such as lifting modest weights or using resistance bands, can increase their muscle strength, balance, and mobility by as much as 40%. This is very important for staying independent and lowering the risk of falls. You should also make sure you receive adequate sleep. Getting enough sleep is highly important for muscles to heal and strengthen. Researchers have found that older people who sleep less than 6 hours a night are more likely to lose muscle faster. So make sure to get enough sleep as part of your health plan. Finally, let's talk about what drives you. Think about how great it would be to walk without pain, easily climb stairs, or even pick up your grandkids without worrying about hurting your muscles. You may be living that life right now if you take action. You're not simply eating egg whites. You're putting money into a future full of energy, health, and freedom. In conclusion, sarcopenia doesn't have to be a part of becoming older. You may rebuild muscle and get your strength back by doing simple things, like adding egg whites to your diet. Keep in mind that it's never too late to start rebuilding lost muscle and living a more active and meaningful life. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll get the latest health ideas and expert advice for seniors, so you may live your best life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. If you want to improve your health even further, watch our other videos on senior health tips, anti-aging routines, and more. Until next time, be strong, healthy, and keep going.